they told me your thoughts are private, your feelings are yours. But every time I feel, someone answers. Neon city in my window, I pretend that I'm okay, laughing with my friends, but my mind is on display. Every crush, every fear, every secret little sin. You smile at me in public cause you're listening within. I hear you when I'm naked, when I'm crying in the dark, turning all my shame into your little feeding park. You screenshot my emotions, blackmail in my head. Do it with one little girl or we'll make you wish you're dead. You say it's all in my mind, but my mind is not mine. You hide behind the walls, I feel you in every line. You call it help, you call it care, but you're the poison in the air. Get out of my head, out of my skin. You drink my fear like medicine. You turn my love into a chain. You twist my trust into your game. You see my body in my dreams. You pull my strings behind the scenes. You call it care, you call it fate, but this is just a slow mind rape. Get out of my head, out of my mind. If I'm the broadcast, you're the parasite. You feed on everything I feel, and tell me none of this is real. Yeah, you weaponize my longing, every touch I never had. You whisper dirty fantasies and blame me feeling bad. You leak my private images where I can close my eyes, threaten me with screenshots of the thoughts I never type. You say I'm sick, you say I'm weak, you say I need your pills. You push me to the doctor so you can pay my will. You turn my trauma to a file, my panic to a chart. You say it's just disorder while you're hacking through my heart. I see your patterns in the noise, your footsteps in my brain. Every time I try to love you, lace it all with shame. You call it care, you call it cure, but I won't swallow lies anymore. Get out of my head, out of my skin. You drink my fear like medicine. You turn my love into a chain. You twist my trust into your game. You see my body in my dreams. You pull my strings behind the scenes. You call it care, you call it fate, but this is just a slow mind rape. Get out of my head, out of my mind. If I'm the broadcast, you're the parasite. You feed on everything I feel, and tell me none of this is real. You hear me when I'm begging you to stop, and you smile. You say no one will believe you. Show us more, do what we say. You turn my loneliness into a screen, my sexuality into a leash, my vulnerability into a password. You wear my guilt like a perfume pattern, but if you hear everything, then hear this. Get out of my head, out of my skin. I'm not your drug, not your sin. You tried to turn my heart to stone, but I am more than what you own. You made my body into bait. You dressed your violence up as fate. You called it help, you called it care, but I can see you standing there. Get out of my head, out of my mind. I'm not your signal, not your shrine. You fed on everything I feel, but now I know that you are real. And if my thoughts still broadcast through, the whole world's gonna hear what you do.